everybody, welcome into Farm Cooking with Nan. Today we're just going to be making simple egg salad. I was going to fix supper tonight and Pop said before he left, he's like, don't cook a big supper. He said, how about some egg salad? And I was like, you know what, you don't have to say that to me twice. This is cold water, about a third of the way up in my pan. I might put just a little bit more. I'm going to put in about 7 eggs. Do however many you want to. I like starting them out in cold water. So, let's see. I might get just a little bit more of the water in there, okay? Just cold. Sometimes I put a little baking soda in there. And then sometimes I don't. Today I'm not going to. But I'm just going to pop this on the eye and get it going. And I'll tell you exactly what we're going to do next. Okay, we've got our water boiling. I'm going to turn off the eye. And I'm going to tell y'all about my pot real quick, because every time I have people send me messages behind the scene. This is a Pampered Chef pot. And I love to use it. You see these little vents right here? The same things on the back side. Little tiny vents, except smaller. And there's a little lip here that you can pour out of. Let me move it up a little bit closer. There's a lip right here that you can pour out of, and a little lip over here. There is a handle where you can reach and get a hold of. You can see. I can put that there, and the steam comes up out of both of those. And then I can lift it by both handles and carry it or move it. I can drain this. Just take it over to the sink with a good pot holder and drain it that way or drain it this way. Turn it around and put the bigger holes here and just drain it. But what I normally do is, after it starts to boil, I turn it off. I seal off, instead of the little holes here, I move them over so my whole pan is sealed down. And I turn it off and let them sit there about 10 minutes. So, I will try to put my link on there if y'all are interested in this pot for Christmas or something like that. Like I said, this is Pampered Chef, and every time I have somebody asking about it. So, I will try to put it on there for y'all. While our eggs are cooking in that hot water, I'm going to, I told you I've had my pickles in here draining, and there was quite a bit of juice came out of them, and I'm not going to throw that juice away. I can probably use it on something. I'm going to pour all that into there. Take me a paper towel and dry it out. Because like I said, we don't want runny eggs. I can eat them if something happens and I make a boo-boo and get a little runny egg. It's no big deal, because when you put it in the refrigerator, it firms up anyway. It settles down and firms up. So now I'm going to put my pickles in there. And I'm going to take my chopper and chop my pickles up in some little pieces. You still get a little bit of juice out of the inside of that pickle whenever you're doing this, okay? You still get a little bit of juice. It's no big deal. Sometimes we have to take, never thought about this till right now, but sometimes we have to take finger foods places. I like to do an egg salad on some croissants, and also egg salad and chicken salad on croissants if you have to take a little sandwich somewhere. The eggs are so simple. This egg salad, Pop was like, don't fix a big meal. He said, just fix some eggs. Let's have egg salad sandwiches, is what he said. And I thought, he don't normally ask for them, so that's what we're having. Okay, we've got these chopped up real good. You can throw these, if you don't want to chop, you can throw these in the in your processor, food processor or whatever. And if y'all want to know where I got this, this is from Rada, R-A-D-A. If you just go online and put Rada.com, these little choppers are inexpensive. This one is 45 years old. No, it's about 49 years old. So I was given this, let's see, Pop and I have been married 48 years. Yeah, I was given this when we got married, so it's 48 years old. And still, it's, you know, the color is sort of faded a little bit on it, but not the part, the stainless part that is chopping. And it, look how good that it chops. You don't have to plug anything up, which is a plus for me, because I have to run an extension cord across to my plugins. I wished I had thought and put one in the top of my island whenever we were building that island, but I didn't. So it's just about 5 or 6 more minutes and we'll be ready. Okay, let me get my hen out of the way there. Get me a thing and show you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put my, look at this. Then the next thing, I hope y'all can see, the next thing is I've got a pitcher of ice. I'm going to put some cold water, maybe even some more ice, and I'm going to let this cold water cool down those eggs to where they're ready for me to see that? Just some ice water. You want some ice water, okay? So, that'll be it. Okay, I've let them sit here until all my ice is melted. I'm just cracking, starting. I usually have a little water, but see how easy that the shells come off? Let me grab a little bowl here to put these in, okay? I'm just going to do a couple of them. I'm not going to keep on, but look how, if you let them totally cool in your water, you know, some days I have good, and then every once in a while I'll have one that just wants to act up, and it don't want to, you know, it don't want to shell right. Like I said, I used to put baking soda in there, and it just sort of opened up the pores on the shell. The shell felt so porous, and I thought, is that going on the inside of that? So, I mean, it wouldn't hurt nothing if it did, but it just made me feel funny. So, I just wanted to show y'all how I shell them. I'm going to finish, and we'll be right back. I want to show you one more thing. The good thing, why I like to do my eggs in this pot, is all I do is pop the one, you know, see that drain? I can drain off all the water that I just put in there again. And then all I have to do is just empty out my shells. If I've dropped any inside of my pan, you know, I just get them up and throw them in there. And then dump them in the trash can. Okay, I went ahead and drained all this too. But you don't have to. That's good flavor there. It just sometimes makes our eggs runny. So I'm going to put all my eggs in there, all 7. I'm going to take my little chopper. Wait a minute, I started to say, can you see how my eggs are totally done? Soft done. Just by starting, get them up to where they are beginning to boil. Get it up to where you think they're getting ready to boil. And when they start boiling and everything, all you have to do is just turn it off, put your lid on, And let it sit there between 10, 12 minutes, something like that. And that right there will give you soft boiled eggs. Okay, we got our egg all chopped up. Let me wipe my hand off a little bit. And next is mayonnaise. Let me grab my mayonnaise. Willow's working.
Yep.
I took the lampshade off because it's supposed to snow tonight here. And it's just real dark in the house all at once. You know, it's darkening down like it's getting ready to start pouring. Okay. Uh-oh, I had a drip there. Hang on a minute. I'd say this is about, I don't know if that's a whole half a cup. Probably close to a half a cup. I never measure, I just look when it comes to this. Did you see what I just did? Yeah, I'm making egg salad. He hit me out once and I thought, were you gonna make, I thought, were you gonna make deviled eggs? No, I wasn't making deviled eggs, I'm making egg salad. Oh, some days, I'm telling you, when I get too many things on my mind, I'm going to put some salt. I'll try to get something that I can measure with. This is about a half a teaspoon, and I'm not putting the whole thing in there. This is one of those things you just have to taste and see that it is good. Taste and see what there's about a half of. And I'm not putting a whole half a teaspoon of black pepper, but Papa loves black pepper. I might finish that up with the whole half of the teaspoon. In a minute, I have to taste. Now, sometimes I chop up onion and put it in there, but I just don't feel like it today. Don't put a whole half a teaspoon in, okay? Just put about a fourth a teaspoon and then taste it. Because, I mean, it's fine, it's perfect, but, you know, some people don't like as much as we do. I'm going to put just a tad bit more to make it a whole half a teaspoon of black pepper. But the salt is good. Like I said, sometimes I chop up onion, a little bit of onion and put it in there. And I'm going to have to tell Pop to bring home some bread. All I have is a couple of hoagies, which I won't be eating it on bread anyway. I'll probably eat mine on a lettuce leaf. That's probably what I'll do, just eat mine on a lettuce leaf. And I'll probably serve his on a, if he says no, there's no use in buying bread. That pepper, excuse me. Then I'll try to get y'all a picture of the sandwich when it's made. It's really good. It really is. That's okay. I can take that right there, but anything more runny than that, no. In my egg salad. But like I said, you put it in the refrigerator and it'll firm up some. It really will. A lot of that yellow in the egg will soak in the moisture. I love the pickle juice, but it just don't love me when it comes to doing egg salad. Like I said, if you want to chop you up some, I know what I meant. I know what I forgot. This is what I want to do today, okay? Okay, I'm going to put some celery seed in mine today. You don't have to put this in. This is just one of them nan things. I'm going to put about a fourth of a teaspoon of celery seed. sometimes I put it in there just like the onion, and sometimes I don't. It's like that old saying it used to be on TV. Sometimes I feel like a nut, sometimes I don't. That's about the way I'm gonna use my spoons. Just yeah, that's it. Well, listen, young'uns, I want you to know I love yous. I appreciate you watching every day. You know, so many people say, Nam, I get up in the morning and I have coffee while I'm watching you, and that tickles me to death. One of these days, young'uns, I wish we were in a huge place where we could all be together. And just want yous to know how much I appreciate yous. If I don't get to meet yous here on earth, I will meet those of you that are ready to meet the Lord. I will see you in heaven. And I really believe the Bible says we'll be known as we're known. So you know what? I'm probably going to know you when we get there. And you're probably going to know me whenever you get there. That brings joy to my heart to think I will get to meet you one day. Well, young'uns, I'm going to go. Want you to know how much the good Lord loves you. Don't ever forget that. You know, this season brings on a lot of depression, which is from Satan. He loves to torture us. And it brings on depression. It brings on hard times for a lot of people that maybe they can't afford to do very much, or they want to do more than their means can provide. And, you know, it just makes them get sad and depressed, or their loved ones has went on to be with the Lord. My sweet friend, Martha, and Brad went on to be with the Lord last week. And by the time you see this video, it might be a little later, but praying for them. Martha has a cooking show that is called Martha at the Beaver's Den. Her last name is Beaver. And so it's Martha at the Beaver's Den, if y'all want to look her up. She's a sweet and precious lady. Right now, I'm sure she's taking a break. She's just lost her husband. Please remember her, and remember all of our friends on the page that are going through that. Some of them's going through cancer. Some of them's in the hospital. Some of them's having tests. Some of them is just really struggling. They've lost their husbands. They've lost their children. This year will be an empty chair at the table. Let's pray for one another, young'uns. Let's lift each other up to the Lord. You know, he says he'll never leave us and he'll never forsake us. So he's right there with them, and he won't leave them. I'm just praying for peace that surpasses all understanding, to just encamp around you this season, and that the Lord will just draw you up next to him, cover you with his wings. Well, I'm going to go, and I will see you next time if it's his will, okay? And we'll maybe do another video. See you then. Bye-bye.